Right, I'm going to start now. This is a song I'm using for a video. I'm making a video in a few days' time down the reservoirs again where I made my last video. And also this song's intended for an album. Not an album in the traditional sense of the word. I haven't got a record company or something. I haven't been snapped up by Polygram Records or something. No, this is just my own independent little album of original songs. I've been working on this for quite a while, this album, but this is a song off of it. I wrote this actually, well, I'll get on with it and I'll tell you how I wrote it in a minute, well, what I based it on and everything. So I'll play the beginning of it.
When we're walking, everything around me seems to ease my mind. And we're talking, just to hear your conversation makes me feel so fine. And sometimes, is it any wonder that I need your touch? Sometimes, it gets a little too much.
Now, it builds up, as you'll find out in a minute. I mean, this video's meant for my records, really, my own reference to go back and see how far I am with the project and everything, because I will be improving the track after I've done the video. But for the video, I think I've finished it now. Now, so this is the guitar. Actually, I made this from stems because I did this project years ago. As you can see, it's Reaper I'm using, but I did it on Mixcraft. Well, firstly, I did it on Magic's Music Studio 12. Well, I think it was 12, yeah. I bought this when you could buy things on discs, you know, from Amazon. I think I bought it off of Amazon. It was on a disc. It's a very good program, but it, of course, like everything, it got a bit out of date. I've never really got on with Cubase. I use it for certain things now. One of the things I use it for is audio correction. You know, like it's got a nice program on there where you can sort of mess about, sort of if you've made a few mistakes with notes and that. Oh, by the way, I recall that a friend of mine that I'm going to send this to said, why don't you start off with your videos with a little jingle? So I'll do a little jingle then. It's Lee's production software videos. Yes, it's Lee's production software crap. That's what it is, really. But I'll probably come up with a better one later on. Better little jingle. But no, this comes from the stems that I saved originally from Magic Studio, and also later on I tried to do it in Mixcraft. So I've been working on this for years, probably about 8 or 9 years. So yeah, I got the idea from going to Watford to meet my mate John the guitarist, and we used to meet up for before the fascist power grab in sort of March time started, you know, when life was normal and you could go out and have a coffee with somebody and just walk around the town and all that sort of stuff. Normally we used to go and have a coffee and wander around to a few charity shops and wander into a sort of I don't know what it's called now. They sell guitars and that in there, some cash converters, you know, and all that sort of stuff. I picked up a guitar once while I was walking around with him. Bought a guitar from there. So we used to wander around and go for a pie and a coffee sort of thing in the afternoon. So this was about that, but I sort of exchanged it for a woman because, of course, I don't really fantasize about walking around with men, you know. So this was an imaginary woman. So I'll start the song. I'll try and move the tracks as they come in. I'll start the bit of the song before I say where I've got to, so you can see these are pre-recorded tracks. That's what a stem is. And shapes are C major 7, F major 7,
when we're walking,
with a capo. I think it's second and third fret, I think.
Ease my mind. and we're talking. Just to hear your conversation makes me feel so fine. And sometimes, is it any wonder that I need your touch? Sometimes it gets a little too much.
And then it comes in with a... I decided not to have normal drums, real drums on there, because this sounded alright to me, sort of flowed. This drum track that I've got on here now, coming up, it's just a pre-programmed drum track. Can't remember if I made it.
On the high street, standing there together in the pouring rain. In a heartbeat, I see you by the river when you call my name. And sometimes, don't you know I'm wishing I could feel your touch. And sometimes, it's just a little too much.
Yeah, as you could hear there, I'll play the whole song at the end, actually, if anyone's interested in hearing it. Arpeggios. Some arpeggios, you see, which, where are they? See, what I've done is I've muted all the tracks I don't want. I think the arpeggios are here, you see, where I'm putting the cursor now. I'd played a few things on the guitar just to try and build it up. So that's where I was. It was difficult putting it all together because... there's my two folders. See, this first folder, sorry, I've got a bit of a funny throat tonight. I've just taken out the bins. I must have caught the Rona, the fictitious Rona. Anyway, right. Yeah, so these are my old tracks, you see. There's Music Studio 12 Deluxe. That was my Magix thing. And then I got, yeah, that's from Mixcraft. So there was my tracks, you see. I saved them. Luckily, I save everything. And when I knew that I was going to be using a new program, Reaper, I made stems out of them all with WAV files. And then I needed some, I'll explain later about the, my mate called it the party bit. The party bit, which is the bridge. Or the middle eight. I'll explain it when I get to that, what I did. Sorry if you're falling asleep now. I know it's boring stuff. This, as I say, this is more for my reference. Well, it is for my reference, really, but I thought I might put it on. I don't think I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm not bothering with YouTube anymore. Never been that successful with it anyway. I never got that many hits on anything, really. So I started using BitChute, and BitChute's a bit low quality for the picture. So I'm on this new thing at the moment. Yeah, this new sort of YouTube, a similar thing to YouTube, you know, YouTube replacement. It's not really a replacement, but no, I'm fed up with YouTube, to be honest. I still use it when people are on there. You get certain people that are still on there and they're on nowhere else, you know, so you sort of have to use it, but I just don't like what the thing is. Right, I won't go into that, you know, but I just don't think it is what it says on the tin at all. All my favourite people get banned from there, you know. They get their channels banned, they get their videos banned and their channels banned. But there's the drums, so I'm using, I think it's called Brand YouTube. I don't know how long that'll last and I don't know who owns it. That's what this is on anyway, so it should come out quite good quality. There's the drums. Yeah, as you can tell, there's already some reverb on vocal tracks. There's some reverb on there. I just left it. I put it on the stems. Got some clapping here. See.
You're the sunshine in the day, and if I had the chance I'd steal your heart away. If I could hold you, I'd tell you 1,000 things I feel that I never told you, though I always wanted to, perhaps a little too much.
You notice I've got some singing here. I went down the hall. That was what this other folder was. I used to go down the local hall and do sort of record stuff because I didn't want to sing it too loud here, you see, in the house. So I went down this hall round the corner. She used to charge me a tenner for the evening, and decided to do these bits one day. See, they're sort of like, because I wanted something to liven up that middle eight and make it happy sounding. See, I made a few tracks of doing that, and this is what it ended up. I've got it twice in the song.
You're the sunshine in my day.
No, that's not it. Hang on. Here's my messing about bit. Oh yeah, there it is. Right, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so that's I made two of those, slightly different, both of them. Now that's because it's meant to liven up, and the bass. I'll explain about the bass. If I just play the bass and the backing, I did this bass the other day, and I thought to myself, oh no, I don't like it. But actually, it just shows you, after a few days I went back and I played it again, listened to it again, I thought, I'll tell you what, it's not bad, you know, it's not a bad idea. Sort of like busy bass. You see, so that's my bass. I'm actually quite pleased with it in the end. It'll do for my video anyway. I had a busy sort of bass in my mind anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to go back and do go back through that bridge thing, and I doubled it up. What I've done is I've put an extra singing, like I recorded that extra singing track down there because I couldn't really sing it that loudly in here, so it didn't come out right. You know, when it said you're the sunshine in my day, I wanted it sung really powerfully, and I could do that down there, although there's a house about 20 feet away, to be honest, so I don't know what they thought. But so I've doubled it up. What I've done is I've put lots of reverb on this one, but I've had it quite low, and then what I've done is I've taken down the vocals of that bit. You see, that's the singing before. And then there, I've taken the vocals down a bit, because obviously if you didn't do that, then it would be a lot louder because you've got it doubled up. See, so I'll play that again. So I'd do a bit with the other singing. So this is the other singing. And bear in mind, I could work on this a lot more, but you can overwork things, you know, I think. You can overproduce. So maybe I'll leave it like it is for the album, almost. I could make it sound more polished, you know.
Don't you know I'm wishing I could feel your touch sometimes. It's just a little too much.
The beat might be slightly out as well. Oh, that's another thing I didn't mention. That beat track is an MP3, which isn't ideal, but I couldn't find a stem, a WAV stem. There's mine clapping. I took that clapping off those little bits that I played you. And there's the extra little messing about bit.
You're the sunshine in my day. And if I had the chance, I'd steal your heart away. If I could hold you, I'd tell you 1,000 things I feel that I never told you. Oh, I always wanted to, perhaps a little too much.
Yeah, and I think I've got some more arpeggios coming in soon.
A little too much.
There's my arpeggios coming in.
So I'm waiting to meet you for a coffee at the usual place. Is It's the hardest thing to keep it all together when I see your
So
face.
slightly out of time singing there. Correct that
I wanna
later.
tell the world that I need your touch. Sometimes
Might do that before I do the video actually.
it's a little too much.
Right, and I've got another one of these party
A
bits
little too
coming up.
much.
Got the clapping again, but this time with some lead on there.
You're the sunshine in my day, and if I had the chance I'd steal your heart away. If I could hold you, I'd tell you 1,000 things I feel that I never told you, though I always wanted to.
See, there's a lot of tracks here I didn't
Perhaps
use.
a little too much.
There's some tracks I didn't use. I've even deleted a few. I had more stems than this. This is near the end of the song now.
A little too much. Just a little too much. A little too much.
See, at the end there, I slowed it down. I slowed it down on the guitar. So what I had to do is mess about with. See what I've done with that backing there, the you know, the drums. And the same, and I've done it with the bass as well, to be honest. I've not, I should have put that there, shouldn't I? Look, I've got track 11 there. I should have, I haven't labelled everything properly. I think you know, the best thing is if you're new to these, doing this sort of thing, make sure you've got everything written in there. It's easy to do it. I mean, it says it there, look, you can see. Rhythm guitar. My bass, yeah, my bass is still, it's a VST, you see. I'll show you the VST actually. But before I do that, I'll just show you the bass and the drums. I had to sort of mess about a bit at the end there. I didn't bother with bass at the end there as the last note because it was obviously, I just did that on the guitar. I'll show you what I've used for a bass guitar here. See, on this you've got your effects there. There's what I've done with my bass, by the way. Hang on, I'll show you something. Solo it. Because I like that old sort of rich bass sound you get with the Americans, not American, what am I talking about? The 70s type thing. American, what I'm talking about. See, I don't like that really. It's very difficult because so far I've only worked on this with headphones, so I've got to have to use my monitor tomorrow. I've set a monitor up to actually listen to it with my own ears, you see, coming through a speaker. But this is what I do with so this is what it was before. I tend to put more depth on it. You lose a bit of the tone of it and everything, of course. This is an EQ. You see where I've gone up and down? I've gone up a bit there, the higher EQ, just to give it a little bit of high, but I want that low, and I don't want so much middle, you see. I don't know if it's right or not, really, to be honest. So, this is a good program, this one. This is called Ample Bass. light, ample bass, light. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I see, yeah. Right, I'll do it again. There it is. So that's what it is. You can see it playing, actually, the strings. You can get different bass guitars on there. You see, if I want to add an instrument here, I've got lots of different instruments. VST. I've got different ample sound guitars. I've got basses and electric guitars on there. You see, so I've got some good VSTs on here, some good plugins. This one's a beautiful plugin. So that's a nice plugin, that. So yeah, that's my song anyway. So what I'm going to do is play it, Sam, play it. I don't know if you ever saw Casablanca. Right, here goes. Right, I'm going to play the song now. So that's about. I don't think I wanted to mention anything else. Just that's how I've got the song in Reaper. I've got some more stuff down the bottom. Let's say that bit where I was messing about, that bridge bit where I was shouting and whooping and clapping and that. I used a few tracks and mixed them together for that. You know, I sort of mixed them together so that you know, as you can hear, you know, I had to mix about 8 tracks together to get this bit. And I put some on the left, some on the right, some in the middle, some halfway to the left, some halfway to the right. Make it interesting for the stereo, you know. Yeah, so I don't know where I got the idea from that. Honestly, it's just it came to me in a flash. It came to me in a dream. I don't know. It's just music's. You just do what you want to do, don't you? If you have a little idea, you just do it and see how it comes out. If you've got a good imagination, I found normally comes out as good or better than you sort of imagined. But I'm going to start the song, and yeah, thanks a lot. If you want to turn off now, please do. But if not, please enjoy the rest of the song, and I shall be bringing the video out in a few days' time with any luck.
When we're walking, everything around me seems to ease my mind. And we're talking, just to hear your conversation makes me feel so fine. And sometimes, is it any wonder that I need your touch? Sometimes, it gets a little too much. A little too much. On the high street, standing there together in the pouring rain. In a heartbeat, I see you by the river when you call my name. And sometimes, don't you know I'm wishing I could feel your touch. Sometimes just a little too much. A little too much. You're the sunshine in my day. And if I had the chance, I'd steal your heart away. If I could hold you, I'd tell you 1,000 things I feel that I never told you. Oh, I always wanted to, perhaps a little too much. A little too much. So I'm waiting to meet you for a coffee at the usual place. It's the hardest thing to keep it all together when I see your face. And sometimes I wanna tell the world that I need your touch. And sometimes it's a little too much. A little too much. You're the sunshine in my day. And if I had the chance, I'd steal your heart away. If I could hold you, I'd tell you 1,000 things I feel that I never told you. Though I always wanted to, perhaps a little too much. A little too much. A little too much. Just a little too much. A little too much.
Oh yeah, just a little quick thing. If you listen through that, if not, you'll have missed this bit. So you should have listened. You won't know anyway. But you can, as you could hear with the stereo, the guitar. What I did is I played it through twice, so it was recorded twice. And then what I did is I panned one fully to the left and one fully to the right. See? So this is what I got. Oh, that's not a good example, is it? Hang on. Oh, hang on. It's this bit. I had to slow it down at the end here, which was why I messed about, because it's an MP3, those drums. So I had to mess about a bit with the guitar. I should have done it the other way around, but I didn't. Finished on that major 7. So that's what I did there. And the singing, the idea I got for the singing, you know, where it goes sort of like low and high all the time. That's not how I normally write songs, but well, I hadn't up to this point. Anyway, I decided to change my writing style, and I thought, well, I'll do a song where I kind of, you know, what I do is I do a song where I'm going up and down with the, you know, with the singing. So I'm going low and high all the time. And I tried it, and I just played those 2 chords, which, by the way, I think were from Babylon by David Gray. Similar chords that he used on that song. So I was just messing about, and you know, I used those chords, and I just went through them, and I just sort of like decided to improvise. So this song was created from improvisation. You know, it was an improvised lyric, sort of like melody line. So that's what it was, really. Improvised sort of singing. I don't know if you know what I mean, if you can get what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what it was. But no, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, I'm rambling on now, aren't I? Sorry about that. But yeah, no, catch you soon with my next one. I'll be making a few of these because this is actually spurring me on to do my album. And along the way, of course, with songs, unfinished songs or songs that I need to work on a bit, it doesn't really matter with videos, I don't think. Just stick them on, make a video. You can always change the soundtrack later. But so that's what I've done. I've started doing these little recording sessions, and it helps me along. I'm on my own working on this. I haven't got any other musicians with me, so I have to inspire myself somehow, and I find this is how I do it, by making these little videos. So thanks very much indeed. Bye.